back to The Dose of It, the unfiltered podcast where we talk all things weight loss, wellness, GLP-1s, and becoming that girl, one step and injection at a time.
We're your hosts, Priss and Taylor, and while we're on this journey with you, let's be super clear. We are not medical professionals.
Just two besties sharing our real-life experiences, the good, the bad, the messy, and everything in between.
So grab your water, get your steps in, and let's get into The Dose of It. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of The Dose of It. We are super excited to have you guys here again. We have with us Dr. Mike. He is our special guest for this week. We told you guys we had a super exciting guest coming up, and if you do not know who Dr. Mike is, well, sit in, get buckled up. You're going to learn who he is today. He is a person that has made a big difference in our journeys and a lot of people's journeys, and he has a special story of his own, so he's here to share with us today. Dr. Mike, welcome in.
Thank you for having me. Super special guest. I think you're talking a little bit highly of me, but we'll see how this goes.
No, we are so excited to have you on the pod. We usually call like the pod itself and like the episode just like topic, the rotisserie. So we're super excited to get into the rotis and get to know you, get to know Vivi for those of us or anyone who's listening that might be new here. So welcome. We're so honored to have you here.
What I'm going to be learning on the fly is the Gen Z way of speaking.
You are.
That is the first time I've ever heard the word rotis in my life.
Hey, well, you're doing great. Earlier he said in it, so we're going on up.
Do you know what that's from, Dr. Mike? Because you did. We told him
what
that
it's
we do
from. I have no idea, but I just know what it means.
You did really good. Yeah, he said in it because we like picked up our water bottles. But no, you'll learn. You were able to, if you guys tuned into the live we did with Dr. Mike, you actually were able to keep up with us. So I have no doubt in my mind that during this podcast episode, you'll be using rotis by the end of this episode. So yeah, welcome in. You'll learn.
You know what? Actually, before we even dive in, let's just let's do an icebreaker. Have you ever had a rotisserie straight out of the bag?
God, yes.
Have you ever had the rotisserie while in the car?
That's the most important question.
I don't think so, because I don't want to get grease all over my car.
Oh, I get that. Okay, I get it.
That would be the only reason why.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. What is your favorite part of the rotisserie? I just know where rotisserie chicken hates to see us coming.
No, we should. Yeah.
As a part of the entire chicken, if I have the whole chicken, it's going to be the breast.
Oh, my favorite, the best.
But
Fire.
If it's a part of a chicken on a plate that was made in a rotisserie chicken, it would be the thigh.
Ooh, the thighs are juicy. They are juicy.
Okay, liver. I don't know if I've ever asked you. What's your favorite part of the rotisserie chicken? The breast.
I love the breast. The breast. Yeah. Honestly, it's exquisite. And sometimes underneath the chicken, where like, you know how the box holds all the juice at the bottom? The bottom of the rotisserie is always a little juicier than the top. So.
Yeah. I'm surprised neither one of you said the leg. That's what, while I'm driving and I just get back from Sam's Club, I'm taking the leg out of the bag and I'm kind of.
I would love to see that. I need a video of this.
I'm nervous about getting it all over my car. And I'm like, while driving, I'm not the most graceful multitasker, just like at baseline. So like driving and eating something that needs to like, that tension must be paid. Like if I get my countertop full of like stuff, then fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, not my car.
I get that. You know, a little rotis juice never hurt anyone, but sometimes it does hurt the car seat. I get it.
And like it hurts my ego when it splatters all over the place. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, there you have it. You heard it here first. Dr. Mike, favorite part of the rotisserie chicken, the breast or the thigh, and he will not be eating that in his car.
And he does not eat in his car, guys. So if you were interested in learning, he won't eat in his car. So if you ever see Dr. Mike, he's not eating.
I have to be desperate.
Very hungry. Okay, so I would like to open up the episode with you just telling us a little bit about yourself. I know we and a lot of our listeners and viewers know you as Dr. Mike, and you've also like created the app Vivi, which a lot of us know and love. You're more than welcome to talk about that, and we're definitely going to get to it on this episode. But I think a lot of us would like to know, who is Dr. Mike? You know, what all do you do, and what's like some personal things you're into? Tell us about you.
Yeah, so not bearing the lead, but one of the things that kind of brought me into medicine to begin with is that I've been a type 1 diabetic for 31 years now. And that kind of guided me into this like life of medicine. When I was 24 years old, I found myself 100 pounds overweight, 44-inch waistline, diabetes was wildly out of control. And this was after a pretty successful hockey career. Hockey career ended. I just didn't really have much else to do. And so, beer, pizza, and donuts. And then, hey, how come I put on all this weight? It's like, oh, because beer, pizza, and donuts are a thing. And
Mm-hmm.
I stand firmly that donuts and chocolate chip cookies are proof that God loves us. So I will
Yes,
never
that is.
step
They
down from
are.
that. Not in a million years.
No, no.
And I decided, I should probably figure something out because, yeah, sure, the physique part of it bothered me a little bit, but I saw my diabetes numbers going in the wrong direction, and I knew what was going to happen if that continued. So I moved about 3,500 miles away from where I went to college to do research. And people will say it's the LA thing that did it to me. I didn't live the LA lifestyle. I'm not going to go to Erewhon and pay $45 for a smoothie. Are
For
you
a
out of your
smoothie?
mind?
You don't
Air
want the
one
Haley
prices are
Bieber smoothie?
crazy.
No.
Or the
Like I
Sabrina
went there
Carpenter
once.
one.
I
Well,
went
the
there
Sabrina
once
Carpenter.
in like 2012, and like 3 days worth of groceries was $400. And like not a snowball's chance in hell, making less than minimum wage as a research fellow. Like, no.
If I pulled up to Irwin and I ordered a mac and cheese bowl, it would probably be my paycheck.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Like
no.
not a snowball's chance in hell.
I've never
But I
been.
realized at that time that, okay, I can't blame this on my friends. I can't blame this on college. I can't blame this on the social situation. It's like, okay, now I'm in kind of a unique position where I have no other responsibilities as a 24-year-old other than go to work and come home. Now I get to really, without anybody speaking to me in any or pulling me in any other direction, I get to do exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And over the course of the next 2 years, I got my lifestyle figured out. I went from a 44-inch waist to a 32-inch waist, and I've maintained that for the past decade plus. I've put on a little bit of muscle since then, so I haven't maintained the same exact weight, but I'm roughly the same body fat percentage that I was.
Yeah.
And I was always asked through med school, residency, and even afterwards, like, yo, what are you doing? It's like, I got really good at the simple stuff. It's like, so there's no like super duper complicated hack. I'm like, no, it's really simple. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it's like simple. Like nailing the simple stuff can get you to 90% of where you could possibly ever want to go, and it just takes time and plateaus and ups and downs and,
Yeah.
screw this, I'm not doing this anymore. And then, oh, okay, well, maybe I should have done that. And for me, especially like overeating at night, and then once I finish eating, like blink and like, oh my God, all my food's gone. I probably didn't need to eat that. What should I do? Should I just give up and start again Monday, or just like hop back on track the next day? And it became like hop on track the next day.
Yeah.
And, here we are, what is it, 2025? I start 13 years later, and
Yeah.
I'm still here.
So obviously this is a podcast where we talk about GLP-1s, and
Mhm.
you didn't mention that you use something like a GLP-1 as far as your health goes, or as far as like your weight loss journey goes. So I would love to know like so you mentioned also that you're a diabetic, but I want to know like what specifically got you interested in like learning about GLP-1s specifically around like weight loss. And I mean, you
Yes.
created an app that like is helping people who use GLP-1s for weight loss. So I would love to know like what got you started around that area.
GLP-1s weren't really around for weight loss when I was going through my journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I get asked frequently, wouldn't I have? And I don't have an answer because it was just not something that I ever had to seriously consider. So it's
Yeah.
hard to put myself back in those shoes to like, wouldn't I? It's like, I don't know. All I know is that they can help people tremendously. And one of the things that got me really interested in like serving this particular patient population was that we talked to one person who was afraid to tell her spouse that she was on it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And people who were like getting, bad mouthed by their friends, like, oh, that's cheating. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's like the more
Yeah.
you learn about how the brain works and how, you're wired to eat more. And it makes sense from an evolutionary perspective, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
evolution doesn't care if you die from a heart attack at 55, but it does care if you starve to death when you're 7. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well that kind of makes sense, right? And it's not cheating. I think the way I look at it is it lowers the barrier of entry to becoming the healthiest version of you, right? It's not magic. It doesn't do the stuff for you, right? If you were to just take it and not do it, you just kind of wither away and get sick in the opposite direction, and we don't want
Mm-hmm.
that either. But instead, it's like, hey, we're going to make that kind of first step a little bit easier so that you can then take the following subsequent steps for yourself. And as you get better, you can take more steps.
Yeah, I think that it's like a common issue, obviously, and I think that's why I eventually got into a GLP-1 is because I tried, like I got to a point in my life where I could tell you every single thing about a diet, about weight loss, about deficit and calories and all those things. because I was so educated in it, because I had had so many failed weight loss stories. Like I had tried losing weight a million times. I just was never successful. Well, I would lose 20 pounds and gain it back. But I
Yeah.
got to a point where I was like, okay, I need a tool. Like I need help. Like there is something that's not clicking here in my brain. And when I started a GLP-1 and I feel like that food noise went silent, and then I could take everything that I'd taken years learning and practicing, like being in a deficit and focusing on protein and water and how important things like fiber are and getting in daily exercise, like all of those things finally like were able to go into action that I had been trying to practice for years. And I just think that that's helped so many people, and a lot of people are also able to do that same thing and finally kickstart our health journeys. And I think a GLP-1 has been just freaking life changing for me. And so I think it's wonderful that someone who didn't even use one, like you also realize the importance of how it's affecting people's lives. I think that's really, really important.
Yeah. And I
the
love,
more we learn about this, sorry to cut you off, Priss, but
No,
the
no,
more
sorry,
we
no,
learn
no.
about it, the more we understand that, like, oh my God, there are so many things that impact someone's weight than just like not paying attention, right? Like I'm at a point in my life where the thing that's going to impact my weight the most is not paying attention. But when you take something like this and you realize what food noise has been, and then it's just gone, my God, your day just opens up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. I've already finished dinner. I don't feel the need to raid my refrigerator. Now what do I do with my life?
Yeah.
Right? And that's like, oh my God, like you get hours of your day back.
So many of them. Before
It's
I even
crazy.
started GLP-1, I never even knew what food noise was. Like I would hear people talking about food noise while starting a GLP-1, and I would think to myself, like, I don't even think I have that, because I it didn't know. And I remember when I first started a GLP-1, it finally started to click. I was like, wait, I'm eating breakfast without thinking about lunch, and I'm eating lunch and actually able to enjoy it without thinking about dinner. And we talk about this all the time, but me and Taylor were both, guilty of, if we had plans to go out to eat, we would have to look at the menu and start craving it now.
Yes.
Even if it was like a week ago, like later, I'd have to know where we're going because I have to look at the menu and I have to start craving it now. And now I can actually enjoy my life and not constantly think about food. And I love that you said that, because you're a doctor and you're saying that like GLP-1s, like some people need that. Like that's not an easy way out. Some people are actually lacking that. And I love that you brought that up, because I think that's something that a lot of people fear while on the GLP-1, starting a GLP-1, that people are going to judge them because they're choosing or wanting to start it. And I think a lot of people's perspectives about this being the easy way out is so wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, it's not the best parallel, but I kind of look at it as like taking steroids to get big giant muscles. Like you can't just take steroids and get big giant muscles. It doesn't do the work for you. It just makes it a little bit easier to do more work. And the more steroids you take, it's the opposite with regards to health. But the more steroids you take, the more you can do the more work to get the bigger muscles. And it's like, but they don't do the work for you. You still have to do the work. And the work is the hard part. It's just, okay, have we reached a point where lowering that first step is as such that you can take it with the GLP-1?
Yeah.
May I help you?
Goodness, that is a human. If you guys are watching,
Goodness. And why does he have more hair than me? Kind of crazy.
No, I know. Hey, excuse me, sir. I've been losing hair on my GLP-1. Can I have
Can
some
we
hair?
please have some? Also, does he own a Dyson? Because the curls are looking very nice.
He doesn't, but I do.
Dr. Mike. Oh my goodness. If you guys are watching the video right now, then you guys get to see Dr. Mike's beautiful dog. But if you're not,
honestly,
then
at this point, it looks like a human. It's like
It's a
actually like a human.
What kind of dog is this, Dr. Mike?
This is Bergie. He is my 4-year-old Irish Wolfhound.
Bergie.
Oh,
on his hind
Bergie.
legs, he's about 6'5". He weighs about 170 pounds.
Yeah,
Berg
when you
is
sent
a
us that
word.
picture-
When I
Yeah.
call him my house horse, he is my house horse. Although his brother is laying on the floor right behind him, who's Bruin, my 6-year-old Irish Wolfhound.
You have two of them that size?
I have two of these. We also have a Vizsla and a Corgi, which combined are like 70 pounds.
They need to have their own bed at this point and room.
You're right. I'll hold.
Do you like cats?
Not a big cat guy.
Dr. Mike, unfortunately, something
beep,
has
beep,
come
beep.
up, and I need. So I
My
forgot I
wife loves
scheduled a double. Well, get your wife a
Rats,
cat.
I gotta go. Something just happened. I think I lost Wi-Fi.
I love cats are honestly, I don't know, they're just more maybe if I owned a house with like a backyard and stuff like that, and but I feel like for right now in like my lifestyle, like dogs are just cats are nice because they just lay around with me, you know, or like if I get to take like a little weekend trip, like they have automatic feeders, you know, it's like kind of like, you know, like doggos are a little like more of a commitment. It feels like a kid more than
In
like a
my
cat does.
defense, my father and I are both allergic to cats.
Oh, okay, that's a good defense.
So that's
I'll,
like
I'll take it.
that's an
I'll
okay
take it.
defense.
That is a good
Yeah,
defense.
I'll take it.
We'll allow it. Yeah,
We'll allow
defense
it this time. We won't cancel you.
well, so now, I mean, the doggos kind of like put like a perfect little like halfway point. Well, not like a halfway point, but like kind of like a pause. I don't know about you guys, but we've kind of been chatting already. I'm feeling a little dehydrated. What about you
We're feeling a
guys?
little parched, and I think
A
we need
little
a hydration
parched.
check.
Yeah.
Also, you know what, Doctor? Also, you know what, Doctor Mike? Let's talk about it. What is your favorite cup of choice?
What's the Yeti?
A Yeti, and I love that. I love that because you see Stanley's trending, you see Hydro Jugs, Owalas, but you know what, Doctor Mike? He's gonna stick to that Yeti,
I'm gonna stick
and
to
I
the
love
Yeti.
that.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever like growing up. My dad owned like Yetis and stuff like that. Like he's a truck driver, so he always take his Yetis out like out on the road with him. But I don't think I've ever owned a Yeti. You actually thought that I was working for Yeti. Remember the other day? You were like
Yes,
Yeti,
yes, I
like
did.
that's no, it's Yeti. It's he said Yeti. He was gonna send you something. He like showed his like Yeti cup, and we were like, no, Doctor Mike, it's Yeti. Close, kind of close, but
Almost.
yeah, I think I'm right now. I like this the Stanley style, so like the straw with like the jug and the handle. It's
I'm
just
still
I
an
don't.
Owala. I'm still rocking with the Owalas.
Yeah, I'm a
But
basic white girl.
yeah, no, I mean, but let's transition. For anyone that might also be new here with both me or Taylor, if you've never heard of the app called Vivi, it's an app that has truly transformed my journey, and I know Taylor's for sure. Dr. Mike is, the creator of the Vivi app, and I would love to know, what inspired you? What was that moment where you were like, okay, we need something like this? And for anyone that might be new or doesn't know what Vivi is, we would love to know more about it.
Yeah, so Vivi is essentially the brainchild of three of us, myself, Jared, and Ross. So it's never a one-man show because I can't
Yep.
code, you know,
Shout
like
out to Ross, great man.
yeah,
Shout
so
out to Ross. Literally, Ross is that, like, we will literally send him in the middle of the night something to work on, and he's like this with
Yeah,
his laptop.
yeah. He's
He
he's
someone
wakes
was
on
in
up.
it.
the
He's like,
community a few days ago and like asked about changing how we look at like weight changes over time and like more options there because they were sick of doing math in their head. And I'm like, and I sent a screenshot to him and we had our meeting this morning and he's like, oh yeah, I just kind of like vibe coded it and here's what it looks like now. I'm like, you did this already?
he's so cool. He's so quick with
So,
it.
and
So quick
that's
with it.
literally, that is what me and Taylor always tell to people. We're like, the creators of Vivi are like actually like genuinely good people. Like, they're not like robots. Like, they care, they have hearts, and like they put their all into this app. And that's why we talk about it so passionately because,
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys sometimes think I'm AI, so let's like, whatever.
Well,
okay,
well,
honestly,
because you've seen yourself, Dr. Mike. Like we know, like you. Not only is your skin porcelain, but like just your like guys. If you're watching the video
well,
footage, he looks like AI. Like he looks like he's an AI robot. I can't. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
so
I'll take that
sometimes
as a compliment.
yeah, yeah, we'll allow it. We'll allow it. So the only AI on this
Okay.
Only
podcast. No, just kidding. The platform we use, I think, literally uses AI, but it's okay.
But
Yeah.
Vivi started with like Jared and I having this idea of, we knew that you can get to like 80-90% of where you could possibly dream of from like a health and fitness perspective by just nailing the simple things. And we looked around at like the apps that were kind of doing this, and there's a lot of calorie tracking apps, there's a lot of like workout apps, there's a handful of all-in-one apps. And it's like, okay, these are all kind of like the same, and there's a ton of them. And then we started like digging into the research a little bit, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Like people who are on GLP-1s are just getting like text messages from their doctors being like, hey, go on the American with Diabetes Association website. Like, great website, lots of very valuable information there, but like
Mm-hmm.
we kind of wanted to bridge that gap a little bit. There's a lot of stuff rattling around in my brain, and unless people know to ask me personally for it, it's like it's not going to get anywhere. And
Mhm.
like I could do that in a one-on-one space, like in clinic, but like if I see 1,800 patients a year, okay, that's a lot of people that I'm like not showing this stuff to. So like, how do we
Mm-hmm.
scale this so I can help the most amount of people? And like this is where Vivi came from. It's like getting rid of that whole stigma about like not telling your spouse. It's like getting rid of that stigma of like, hey, well, I was gonna start it, but like I think it's cheating. Getting a place where people can learn about what's actually going on, how the medication's actually helping you, and how to navigate the medication use with actually implementing the correct lifestyle to become the healthiest version of you. And not
Absolutely.
something that you need to like flip your life upside down for, but how do you do it like in a sustainable stepwise fashion so that you take one step today, and whatever it is you're doing this week, you do it until it becomes kind of easy. And then you take the next step. And then you don't take another step until that becomes kind of easy. And
Yeah.
then 6 months later, you're like, oh my God, I'm a different person now.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very fortunate and I actually started using Vivi like probably like a week into my journey. And I will say, like, if I did not have Vivi, I don't know how I would have done it because it was so helpful. And it honestly felt like, because I started my journey, and a lot of people that might be in the same place, we don't know what we're doing. I mean, like, we see it online, but there's no like tools sometimes to help us use it. And I think Vivi is like an all in one stop. And I love that about it because there's support there. Like, I'm able to track things. And I'm just very thankful that, this app came to life because it truly, like I said, I was very fortunate that I was able to have it and it was accessible to me, very, very early on because it was just so helpful. What made or what inspired you to name it Vivi? Like, where did you even come up with that?
So the names have changed a few different times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was, trying to go super dork with like something with mitochondria. And then we used to be called Vita for
Vita.
vitality.
Yeah.
Vita.
And
Okay.
then that
Yes.
just kind of morphed into Vivi, which
Mhm.
is like short for something like vivacious, something lively and
Vivacious.
healthy. And
Vivacious.
we had this like kind of cute little icon. Why don't we just name this icon Vivi? And that's the icon, and that's where it stuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
love
love that.
I love it. So if you guys are new again to like the Vivi world, but I was actually brought on as Vivi's first ever like quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes, but, like influencer. And I remember like of course like first you're like, oh, it's just like an app or like people who like are like reaching out to like to work with me. But I quickly realized that like the people behind this app like truly genuinely care about people like on this journey. And it makes it so apparent in like the energy that you guys like put into the app. And I'm just so thankful that you guys do what you do for the community and you actually listen to us and you take recommendations. And like I remember when we were like, we think a water feature would be great, you guys had it done in like a week. Like, so you guys
Ross
actually like
had it done in a
listen.
week. Credit where credit's
Yeah,
due.
shout out Ross, you had that done in like a week, Ross. And so like it's just amazing to see it like that you guys truly care. And it really does. And I know our listeners are like, we hear these people talking about the app Vivi all the time. It's
Yeah,
because like the people that are behind it like truly care so much about the community. And we'll talk all day long about something that like actually like deserves to be talked about.
absolutely.
I want to know, Dr. Mike, like, was there a moment where you kind of realized, like, wow, this app that we created is actually like helping people now? Like, was there a time where you started getting feedback back and people, where you were like, people actually love Vivi?
Yeah, we got it like pretty early actually. Even before we went live, we
Hmm.
tested it like with like a handful of people, and we would send out the survey. And one of the questions was like, hey, if this went away tomorrow, how would you feel about it? And it's like, I'd be fine. Like, I'd be sad but not that sad, or like, you might as well just take away my life. And the overwhelming majority of the people who responded said, you might as well just take away my life. I'm like, holy
I love
crap, we're
that.
onto something here. Like, people like this. And
Yeah.
like being a physician, you're just constantly bombarded with imposter syndrome. And I still think like, I made something people like. That's
You did.
weird,
You did.
right?
Yeah.
And I always think like people telling me good things are like, lying to me to protect my feelings, right? Because they're nice people. It's like, no, like people who don't know me like this. It's like,
Hmm.
well, that's kind of cool, right? So it's like, and why wouldn't we listen to what the community wants too, right? Like, I
Exactly.
can filter through a handful of things and say, I can see why you would want that, but I don't think that's a good idea to put in the app because of this list of things, right? But quite often people will have ideas that are like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, let's do that.
You're like, yeah, let's get on that.
There's
Yeah.
Because there's three of us and we're gonna miss stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like, why wouldn't we like look to our own community, be like, hey, this app is great, this would make it better. Okay, let's do that.
And I love that. I love that you said that because we went live about a month ago, probably. And we were on the live, and Dr. Mike had said something like, tell us what you like about the Vivi app, but tell us what you hate. And I love that because so many people are always like, how did this change your life? Like, what do you love? But not enough times do you hear people actually wanting to take criticism. And I think that was so important for you to say, what is it that you hate, or what is it that you're having a problem with? We'll work on it. And I love that. I'm very, very happy that you did say that, because, you know, even people feel even comfortable to say, hey, you know, we could add this, or I would like for this to be added on there, or be taken away from this. So I think that was very important. And I really thought that you saying that was awesome, because you were very open to that.
At the end of the day, we are, you know, we want to help people get through this. We are a little selfish because we want to turn everyone into closer versions of us, a little bit more on the meathead side, you know, a little bit more on the fitness oriented side. But, you know, first and foremost, you know, there's no point in being super fit if you have a short lifespan.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right? And the first thing from my perspective is, hey, let's try to help everybody we can get to be the healthiest version of themselves. And that's going to look different for everybody. But some people are going to want different things in the app. And I'm thinking, okay, well, why wouldn't I listen to them?
Yeah. So let's get a little controversial, right?
Ooh.
With the app Vivi. Let's ask, I think, a question that a lot of people, anytime we bring up Vivi, well, sometimes there's a select few of people who are going to ask this question, is a lot of people want to know why Vivi doesn't have a direct way to track your calories in the app. And I would love to hear, like, how, you know, when you guys created the app Vivi, like, why was that not a main focal point with like the little widgets, how there's the fiber, the water, the protein, and things like that? Why was like calories not a focal point as well?
One of the main reasons was because not everybody likes tracking their food, number one. Not everybody likes weighing out everything they eat. But the other part of it was we wanted people to focus on lifestyle habits more than hitting a direct calorie count, because it's my opinion that that's going to lead to very sustainable changes over the long term, as opposed to just sitting there for a couple of weeks, hitting a calorie goal and being miserable the whole time. You know, if you're like, I eat about 3,000 calories a day. And if I want to go to 2,000 calories a day and just hit my calorie numbers, I'm going to be miserable, you know, because I'm eating 33% less than what is maintenance, right?
Exactly.
And as somebody who is new to this, it's going to feel terrible because they haven't done this for, you know, 12, 13 years like I have. And they don't know what to expect. And they're going to be hungry and they're going to be irritable on such few calories. And what is that going to benefit them in the long term? If, you know, you crash diet for 2 or 3 weeks, and then finally, honestly, if they crash diet for 3 weeks, they have a better attention span than I do, because I'm going to do it for like 3 hours and then say, screw this.
Yeah, I lasted like one Friday, and then I'd start again on Monday.
I'm like, yeah, this is getting kind of tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna
I'll start on Monday.
Yeah, I'm done.
Focusing on doing more of the good things that lead to health, that have the side effect of weight loss all too often, that's the way to do it sustainably.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's so important. And I'm glad that like I said, I'm so lucky that I was able to have access to Vivi so early on, because I would have spiraled. Absolutely. I would have spiraled not knowing that, because I used to be like that too. Like I would crash and it would not be fun. Like it just wasn't sustainable for me. So I love that, you know, Vivi focuses on that. And I think it's very important too. I would also like to know, how does Vivi approach community support differently than, you know, other apps, or just like differently in general?
Well, we have a community, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of post whatever you want in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we have some filters, so you can't just like post in there and just be like an awful person.
Yeah, Ross is watching you guys.
Like a hawk, honestly.
And sometimes it like over like limits things, because it thought like somebody put like a step count, and it thought they were trying to curse because the numbers kind of looked like the letters. It was actually kind of funny. I was like, how come this popped up? And I sent it to him, and he's like, oh, it thought it meant something different. But we have a community, and we're in there, you know, so it's not like that you post something and it goes off into the ether. Like, no, it's like, it's on my phone, it's on my computer. Like I get the notifications. It's like, it's not like something that just kind of lives in the drawer. It's like, no, we're there.
Yeah. And I love that you're so active on there too, Dr. Mike, because it's like so nice to know that these questions that people are asking, like there's actually a doctor here that is able to help answer that.
Yeah,
I think it's so important.
Take care of them as a primary care doctor would, right? I think that's like a little irresponsible, a little unethical, a bit much to ask from like my perspective. But also, like, what if your buddy's a doctor and you want to be like, yo, hey, how does this work? It's like, oh, this is how this works.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, well, I didn't know that. Thanks. You know, that kind of stuff. And just having like the reassurance from someone who like understands the science and the medicine, understand what it's like to be significantly overweight. And like, I tell this story all the time. One of the things that I remember from that part of my life was, eating 6 donuts like right in a row, and then feeling so full that I was going to explode, and then eating 6 more. Right. That's not a story that I made up. That's a story that I did a couple times. Right. And it's like, okay, so this seems familiar. So having someone with that kind of background, that understanding, being diabetic helps, because it's like everyone's got something, and it's not like I have nothing.
Yeah.
And, to kind of like understand, yeah, it gets a little bit more complicated if you got other stuff to pay attention to. But, having that like reassurance kind of sitting there in the community, knowing that like the people who made the app are part of this app and not just there to
it's
like
comforting.
make the app, right?
Yeah, it's really comforting, because I think it's nice to know that, like, even though, you have this, obviously, like, you have your title of you're a doctor, but you also get it, like, you've been here. And it's nice to be able to feel that, because a lot of times I feel like, in the medical professional world, we've had conversations with people where they go into the doctor's office and the first thing the doctor says is because you're overweight. You go in there for like a cold or something and they're like, oh, it's your weight. It has nothing to do with the weight. So I think it's nice that you can relate to people and like truly just view them as people. And I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being overweight doesn't make anybody a bad person.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah.
I love that. That's beautiful. Beautifully said. And I think I just want to end with like the Vivi talk with saying that I think time and time again, like Vivi has shown that you guys truly care. And I wanted to kind of touch back on, a lot of people are like, well, with the calorie tracking, they sometimes will get upset and they're like, well, I like seeing that calorie number. And I think it really truly shows that you guys care, because you care about like the image and also like how people are feeling when they're going in and using your app. And I think it's great that you want us to focus on like the main like stepping stones of like building a healthy lifestyle, like focusing on how much water you're getting and protein and fiber, and like building like the small things first so that you can, reach a healthy lifestyle. And I think that's so important. And that's something Priss and I really like to preach. And I think we owe it to you guys at Vivi, because when we first joined in Vivi, I remember you guys showed me the app and I was like, why isn't there calorie tracking? Like, I think it's like the first thing I said to Jared. I was like, why can't I see my calories in here? And he explained it to me and I said, you know what, you're right. And it immediately like flipped the way I was thinking. And so I think I owe it to you guys. And it's really truly helped me build a healthier mindset around food. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for creating Vivi, because it's truly changed my journey. And I know like so many people's journeys. A lot of our listeners love and use Vivi. So we'll probably get lots of comments that we can share with you. But I want to know, if you guys are listening to this episode and you are an avid Vivi user, or if it's just your first day using Vivi, if you downloaded it, let us know and let Dr. Mike know what's your favorite feature that you're using in the app right now. Like, drop a comment. What's your favorite thing about Vivi? And also, again, Dr. Mike and everybody at Vivi like to hear things you don't like. So if there's something that you don't like on Vivi, leave a comment too. Like, hey, so like we can work on it, right? And that's what we always tell people. Like, if there's an issue, there's a glitch, there's anything you're having wrong with Vivi, like let us know, because like Ross will be right on that. Ross will be on that issue like immediately, like Priss said, at 12 a.m.
I don't know, like I don't know how many like hands he has.
Too many. He's like that SpongeBob meme where he's like cleaning and he's like hands going everywhere. That's him. That's him.
I don't understand. Like I don't know how to code, but like I still don't get it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's crazy. It's amazing. I look up to him. I want to be him when I grow up, honestly. So I would love to know, Dr. Mike, since we're kind of talking about how, like, obviously we're ending with Vivi, and like the calculator, grow up with Vivi and the calorie tracker. What would you say that you have seen? What are some of your favorite like non-scale victories that people that have used the app Vivi or are using the app that they've told you that they've been able to accomplish?
My favorites are always like, hey, these clothes are feeling like they're hanging differently.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that I realized that I was losing weight, that had like I could see the number on the scale go down, but I was like, okay, whatever, was the first time I could bend over to tie my shoes without holding my breath. Right? That's one I bring up all the time. And like, oh yeah, I see that, but he just made it up. Like, no. Like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? One I saw someone was able to do a hike without taking a break for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
It's like, all right, that's pretty awesome. Like one person was like able to run around with their grandkids. Like run around with your grandkids? Sweet. Like beautiful. that's something that it like opens up like a new part of their lives to them.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel cool that I had a small part to play in that.
That's
sweet.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah. But the most common is definitely like clothes fitting better. You know, the happiness people get just from knowing that other people have gone through this, like especially in the community, and that that they can feel like their goals are their goals and they don't have to compare their goals to someone else's, right? Because it's like we're all on the same path. Some people like myself have a decade plus head start than somebody else. It's like, okay, why wouldn't people a decade behind me be behind me? Of course they would. Why wouldn't they be? Right? And it's just like we get to show people that being on the journey is the correct thing to do and not where you are on the journey. Right.
Period.
But the running around with the grandkids was probably my favorite, even though
I would cry. I would cry.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put my phone down for the rest of the day. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, all right, I don't need my phone anymore. Everything else.
You said day is made, week is made, month made.
Non-scale victories are like the best way, I think. Like they're so like underrated, and I think anytime like Priss and I get like comments or DMs of like non-scale victories, it truly like they're amazing, and I think they beat anything that the scale can ever make you feel, because those are the things that like stick with you, and so shout out to anybody who is experiencing non-scale victories. And also, I just want to say, if maybe you're also like fixating on the scale a little bit too much, something that's helped Priss and I, and you guys have heard us say it here on the podcast, is we challenge you to put the scale away for a month or even a week. Start small, put the scale away for a week, and you will undoubtedly experience a non-scale victory because you're not focusing on that scale. You're going to notice things that you weren't noticing before. By just putting that scale away for like a week or something and hiding it. So non-scale victories are beautiful. And I love that we were able to touch on that because they're like what make the journey. They're like my favorite thing ever. So
they're the best.
Yeah, I love non-scale victories. To kind of like completely flip what we're talking about, guys, Dr. Mike, had a little game planned to play with you towards the end of the episode. And Priss and I have played it before, but it's a little game that we like to call Eject or Inject. So obviously we're talking about GLP-1s, right? So eject is you want nothing to do with it. Like we'll say a statement, and if you eject it, you're like, I wouldn't do that, or I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Inject.
And we'll start easy.
We'll start small. Inject is being you agree with it and you would inject it. Okay.
Am I allowed to provide nuance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or is it just like a one-word reaction?
No, you can you can do nuance.
Okay.
We actually would like that. We would like it. We would like it. We take it. We love to yap. Are you kidding? Me and Taylor are literally certified yappers.
Yeah, that's like, what this episode or like podcast is based off of, is yapping. So
okay, so we'll just take turns. Liv, I'll go first, then you.
Got it. I'm down.
Okay. All right. Pineapple on pizza.
Eject as well. I'm ejecting that. Yep. Nope. All right. So eject or inject. Gym selfies post workout.
Inject.
Honestly, did it even count? Did it even count?
No, you have to take the selfies.
You have to. If I didn't take the selfie after, I'm probably not going to count it. Okay, so texting K as a reply.
His millennial might come out.
Eject.
Oh, I'm surprised. Okay.
Unless there's like a situation. Like
when would you ever just send the word K or the letter? Not even a word.
Do you send K to your wife?
No.
He has. If he's mad at her, he sends K.
No, it's not like that. No, it's like something like she needs me to go do something.
And you put K?
Or like, come here, K, like, and then go, and then just go see her.
No, Dr. Mike, are you sure it's just the letter K that you send? Or do you put K-A-Y or OK?
Oh. Is it okay or just K?
Oh, no, I don't just put the letter.
Okay, so yes, definitely eject it.
Okay.
We're going to eject that.
Eject. Yeah, it's never...
Me and Taylor were a little concerned.
No,
I was like, Dr. Mike.
It's at least okay.
Okay. All right. Respect.
That one's good. That one's good.
So,
but like,
this
she
next
usually
one.
texts me from the other room.
Yeah. Quick, easy.
Right. Okay.
I like how he said, she goes, come here. And he goes, I go run. Like, I'm like, okay. He goes,
right?
Okay.
And then, like, I go. Like, I'm going to have a conversation with you. And like,
I love it. Period. He said, I go. Okay. So next one, eject or inject drinking. Well, okay. Actually, no, we'll say it this way. So eject or inject drinking a protein shake with water instead of milk.
Inject.
What's your favorite protein to drink?
Ooh.
Ew.
I have many.
If you were dropped on an island, they said you can only have this protein.
It would be the Redcon 1 MRE Light Blueberry Cobbler.
The fuck? What?
You lost us right on that first word.
You lost me after. Okay. All right. Well, someone in the chat.
Honorable mention would be like the Grams Lemonade one. I think that one's really good.
Okay.
You're dropping things I've never heard of.
Yeah, don't ask a doctor, huh?
Transparent Labs has a strawberry milkshake one that is surprisingly tasty.
Okay.
We need a storefront
for more than a decade. So I've
Yeah.
tried so many of them, and
It's
so
okay,
many of them are gross.
This is perfect because me and Tay are actually just transitioning from the pantry to the gym. So we need
Yeah.
these. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
perfect.
Priss just said it, Dr. Mike. We need a storefront. We need to get like a Dr. Mike's faves because I've never heard like Priss said, don't ask a doctor. My favorite, like I'm like clean, simple eats. I love clean, simple eats, brownie
like,
batter protein, and he's like red. It sounded like he was saying like a code. Like you said, you don't do coding, but you were
yeah,
like,
it sounded like you were literally having a system reboot. I was like, huh?
RD2.
Red Cod One is the company that makes it.
Red
Transparent.
That
Cod
sounds like
One.
that sounds like
It sounds like
RD2
Star
from
Wars. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Crocs with socks.
Eject.
Inject.
I'm gonna say Inject for me.
No.
Inject.
Crocs in general.
Yeah.
Dr. Mike, beep, beep, beep. You're lying. You don't like Crocs?
It's the shoes.
Yeah, you're a doctor. You know where I feel like the Crocs are like a doctor's shoe.
Absolutely not. Not in a million years.
Okay, y'all comment down below. Are y'all Croc lovers or haters? We gotta know.
Are we just stuck in like 2019 or what? Like I thought
I
Crocs
love a
were,
good
like,
Croc.
cool.
What?
Yeah.
Like nothing
Okay.
against people who like it. I'm just like not for me.
Not for you. Okay.
Not
Well, you know
for me.
what? That's fine. He ejected.
Okay. All right. Well,
And now everyone's
so
sad.
yeah, now I'm sad. This interview is gonna end really quickly here soon.
Overlays ominous music. Mike disappears from existence.
It's okay. The thumbnail will literally be us holding Crocs.
It is gonna be. We're gonna put one in your hand too. Don't worry, you're gonna have a Croc. There you go. That was the screenshot. All right, Dr. Mike and Priss. So morning walks over evening, or I'm sorry, morning workouts over evening workouts.
Inject for me.
Inject.
Inject.
I love a
agree
morning
too.
workout.
There's nothing like
And
starting
y'all,
your
I'm
day.
sorry. I have to say something. I think I like pineapple on pizza.
No, that is criminal activity. Is pineapple on pizza?
I think I just like it with ham, though.
But it's not the worst. The worst
not the
thing
worst.
you're eating a chocolate chip cookie and there's raisins in it.
Raisins. Oh my god, I hate that.
I love an oatmeal
hate it.
cookie.
I can appreciate an oatmeal raisin cookie, but
Okay,
not
me
when
too.
I'm expecting a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, that's fraud for real.
I can't
That's
do
messed up.
oatmeal
Jail
raisin.
time.
I can appreciate orange juice, but not when I'm expecting coffee.
That's happened.
Yes.
No,
Wow.
I think I would.
Pulp
that
or no
would put-
pulp?
I don't remember.
Was it
Don't-
pulpus? Did it have pulpus? Was it pulpus?
But it was terrifying.
But it was terrified. Okay.
Yucky.
Next one is the scale is the main measurement of progress.
Eject.
That's a hard one. Yeah.
I'm going to say eject too.
The scale is a measurement of progress.
Yeah.
The scale is a vague, odd measurement of progress.
Yeah.
You weigh the same amount whether or not you step on the scale. The scale doesn't tell you what that weight is made out of. The scale can fluctuate like 2 to 3% normally every single day.
Yeah.
So you don't know how much of this is extra water. You know, when's the last time you pooped? Who knows, right?
That
we
part.
don't know those things. So I will say as the main source, Eject, I think it's an important source.
Yeah.
Right? Because if week after week after week, you're gaining 5, 6, 10 pounds every single week for many weeks in a row, that's a good idea that maybe you've hopped off track a little bit. But if you're sitting there and you're progressing in the gym and your clothes are starting to fit better and you feel happier and you can stretch out easier and you're waking up with less knee pain and back pain, but the scale hasn't moved, I kind of don't care the scale hasn't moved.
Yes.
Right, you're building muscle.
I love that.
Yep.
Yes.
We say that a lot. Like a lot of people who like our followers and stuff like that, like we'll encourage them to start moving their bodies and they'll start working out and stuff. Like we got a lot of people onto Hotworks. If you don't know what Hotworks is, Dr. Mike, Hotworks is, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it is basically like a workout. It's like a gym, but there are, I think 10 or 12 saunas in each one of them. I can't remember, but they're little mini saunas and you work out in a sauna room and there's like a virtual instructor and it'll show you all kinds of different workouts. There's like core, abs, or
Pilates,
yoga, stretch. There's like glutes workout. There's all kinds of really fun like
Cycling.
exercises.
Are there
And-
hydration reminders?
Yes.
Yes, they will tell you.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they'll
You
tell
ha-
you. Like
yeah.
they encourage you to use like electrolytes. Like they play a thing that says like it's very important to make sure you're incorporating electrolytes, and then they'll also tell you like make sure you're staying hydrated in the sauna, which is important. But Priss and I started doing that. We've been doing it for like over a month now, and we're addicted to it. But we also got a lot of our like followers onto Hotworks, and we tell them all the time. We're like, they'll be like, guys, the scale isn't moving. We're like, guys, you're like, you started working out consistently with us. Like, you know, sometimes that scale's not going to move. And I think Priss and I have to tell ourselves that too sometimes, but it's like, if you're starting strength training and working out consistently, like you're going to gain muscle.
I gotta tell myself that too.
Yeah. See,
Like,
there you go.
oh my God, I ate a salad today. Where's my 8-pack? It's like, oh, it's not here yet.
It's not here yet. Right. No, I love that. Yeah.
No. Well, all of those questions, I'm feeling a little parched. I don't know about
You're
y'all.
right. You're right. I
But
am
I
feeling
do
a
need a
little hard.
hydration check. I do need one.
He did a
Dr. Mike,
cheers.
what
I
are you
love that. He's
drinking?
already
What are you drinking
I'm
in there?
drinking blackberry lemonade flavored Waterloo.
Waterloos.
Waterloo.
I actually want to try those so bad. I literally see them every day. I need to try
Waterloo's
them.
flavored sparkling water.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Drop your jaw shell.
Yeah, is it? So is it? Does it come in a packet or what?
Yeah.
No, it's just like cans.
Yes. I thought you meant if it comes in a pack.
Yeah, no, it's like you'd buy like a 12-pack of Diet Coke or something like that. It's just
Waterloo. Hold on, guys. Let me
Yeah.
let me put that on my phone quick because I will forget it. I will.
Blackberry
forget it until I
lemonade
edit
is
this
the one you
podcast.
have?
Blackberry lemonade's this one. The lemon lime is the OG favorite.
Lemon
There's
lime.
a lot of one.
I
There's a
love
lot of
lemon
them.
lime.
I love lemon lime.
There's apparently Guy Fieri just came out with a new line of them that are all delicious.
Okay, we do like trying new things. We do.
Okay.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to. Should we do a Waterloo taste test next time? Let us know.
Maybe. But I also
We might
have
have to.
ask Dr. Mike. This just came up on my mind, and also this is like a personal question for me, but like I'm gonna give the listeners like while I have the doctor on the line, right?
While we have the doctor on the line.
Yeah. No, I just. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, as like we're working out in HotWorks, I think it's become very, very important to me for electrolytes. What do you feel like is the best way to get your electrolytes in? Do you believe in electrolyte packets? Do you believe in just putting some salt in water, or do you think they're bullshit? I gotta know.
God, that's a loaded question. Here's how I start this. If putting electrolytes and flavored anything in your water gets you to drink water, the benefit you're getting is from drinking the water, not the electrolytes.
Okay. Right.
If you are someone who likes to run ultra marathons in Death Valley, take the damn electrolytes.
Right. Okay.
Right? But outside of that, it's probably not helping.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to hurt. So if it's something that you enjoy and it tastes good and it gets you to drink more water, fantastic. Love that for you. Because your kidneys are way smarter than you are. They will get rid of the stuff that you don't need. Like your body is way smarter than you think it is. It will get rid of the stuff that you don't need, right? It's the danger comes when you are just pounding all sorts of stuff constantly and for no real purpose. But if you're if you're sweating and you want to have some electrolytes in your water to make it taste a little bit better, to remind you that, hey, this is delicious, I'm going to drink a little bit more of it during my workout, cool, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. I feel like so especially like even at HotWorks, like they'll tell you like, now that you're sweating a lot more because you're in a 120-degree sauna, to incorporate something like electrolytes. Now, when they say that, do they advertise their an electrolyte brand? Yes. But I think my main thing is it's like, I already drink 120 ounces of water a day. Like water, like drinking water doesn't bother me, but I guess I want to make sure that, I'm also making sure that I'm hydrated. So I will usually like at the end of my last Stanley of the day, like my last 40 ounces is usually incorporating some kind of electrolyte. So do you feel like if we're sweating a lot every single day, like in a sauna like that's like beneficial, or you're kind of like, if you're drinking 120 ounces, like you should be?
Are you kind of like Inject or Eject on that?
Yeah. Are you Eject or Inject on like using electrolytes if we're already drinking a lot of water?
If pressed, I'm probably going to say Eject, but I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
That's a good answer.
What'd you say?
Kind of like Ross.
Like Crocs.
I said Ross.
Ross? What about Ross?
Hey, if Crocs are your thing, I don't have a problem with it. Not for me.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Right. There you go. He said, "You're not bothering me. Do whatever you want."
He said, "Hey."
I love that. That was a fun game. I love playing those games. I think it kind of is just, it's fun. We get to know that you don't like Crocs. You don't really.
He's a Croc hater.
That's fine.
Not for me.
But to tie it all in, Dr. Mike, I would love to know, for anyone that's listening to this podcast or this episode, what advice would you give to anyone that might be ashamed to say that they're on a GLP-1 or even thinking about starting a GLP-1?
Think of how you feel today and how you would feel 20 years from now. Because 20 years from now, you is not going to care about what your current friends thought about you at this time. And 20 years from you now is going to be likely a much healthier version of who you are today. And 20 years from you, the version of you 20 years from now will look back at this time and think, you know what? I was really nervous about this. And now that I'm on the other side of it, on the other side of this journey and kind of maintaining this journey for the rest of my life, which is what this is, I kind of don't care about all that stuff anymore. you know, this is about me. This is about me being the healthiest version of me. This is about me being around for my family, my kids, my grandkids, all sorts of stuff. And whatever it is that I have to do to be the most effective version of me and the healthiest version of me and the happiest version of me for the longest time possible, I'm going to be selfish and I'm going to do that, because why the hell wouldn't you?
That's perfect. That's literally perfect. I
I
couldn't
think
have
it's
said it better.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
like being the main goal of like being healthy, right? I think that's like a lot of people, some people can like lose like I think track of like what the main goal is. And so I love that you touched on that. Like being healthy at the end of it and you know, being selfish and taking whatever you can and doing that. I think that's beautiful. I would love to kind of tie up like this episode. Obviously we talked about the app Vivi. If you guys are interested on where you can find Vivi, Vivi is available on the Apple App Store and Google is coming soon. So they have
Yes.
not forgotten. They have not forgotten about the Google Play Store. Like it is coming soon. Ross has been working real hard for us,
I
but
now
Send
have
all
a
the good
Google
vibes.
phone that I'm using for testing, so we're getting very close.
nice.
Okay, wait.
Okay, cool.
That actually looks like the new iPhone.
This is the Google,
I think that
I think Pixel 8 maybe.
But that's like the same
I'm
layout,
I'm
right?
still an Apple guy. I still have my iPhone.
I love an Apple.
I will be getting the Apple 17. I will be getting the
I
iPhone
will
17.
be getting it too.
I will be. I'm actually going Friday to pre-order it. Oopsie! I fear that I'm a capitalist. Is it capitalist? I'm a victim of capitalism.
That's okay.
But yeah, so not capitalist. What is a capitalist? I don't know if I want to label myself as that. I meant capitalist.
Yeah, we need a
Anyways,
doctor.
You're right. Is there a doctor here? Right. So,
He's gone.
yeah,
We're glitching.
we are glitching. So yeah, guys, you can find Vivi currently on the Apple App Store, and all you have to do is search VIVY. And we actually have a little treat for you guys. You guys can actually get 10% off of either your month-to-month subscription with Vivi, or you can get 10% off of your entire year subscription or membership of Vivi using the code DOSE. So DOSE, and you can get 10% off of the entire month or your month-to-month price or your entire year. Also to keep in mind, Dr. Mike, I just want you to touch on this really quickly, is there's a free version of Vivi and then there's also a paid version. Can you tell us the difference between those two?
Yes, the free version is the best GLP-1 tracker that exists. The paid version gives you way more stuff.
He is not lying.
You're
It is the
perfectly
best.
said. Yep, there you go. Yep.
That was something that we were
He said mic drop.
insistent upon.
Yeah.
Like the free version is the best one that will exist and it won't be close. The paid version will be that much better.
Yeah. Y'all heard it here first.
Tempting.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And if I do say so myself, why do it monthly when you can just do it the whole year?
Right.
Am I right?
And I do want to point out to all of your listeners that Taylor and Priss have been so helpful in creating this app. They are like, you know, an extended Vivi family to us. And like all of us are so grateful to both of them for doing way more than we ever asked. And we are so thankful to have them as part of our family.
Oh my gosh, you're going to make us cry, Dr. Mike.
Yeah.
We literally love Vivi so much. If I could get Vivi as my first tattoo, I think I will. So
yeah, I'm gonna add it to my patch. I just got more patch tattoos today, and I'm gonna add Vivi on mine.
I would like to say one thing, since we are talking about the app and you know how we can help. I would like to see the Vivi app with Crocs on soon.
Yeah, you know what? I
socks.
fear. Yeah, guys.
I do
Ross,
want to make plushies of our little icon.
Get out with Crocs. I'm sold.
Not with Crocs.
For the
you know
love
what?
of God.
We also told, I think it was, or was it might have been you, Dr. Mike. I can't remember who we were on a call with, or I think it was you, but maybe it was on live or something. But we talked about adding the little Santas, guys, like the little
Santa hat.
and then for Halloween, adding maybe like a little pumpkin hat on that. Like it'll be so cute.
Maybe we'll put Crocs on for like April Fool's Day or something.
Yes!
Or you could always have me and Taylor holding hands with it.
That's true. That's true. No, but I just want to again like end the episode with saying like touching on what you said, Dr. Mike, is how we put effort into Vivi is because you guys put so much effort into us and the community. Like we are only giving back what has been put in, and so it's reciprocated. Honestly, like we have no problem. Like it does not bother us at all. Like talking about Vivi,
No.
we love it. Like we love it because you guys are so caring, and we honestly love you guys. Like you guys are absolutely wonderful, and you guys also feel like an extended family to us too. So we tell everybody and their mothers that we can about Vivi, and
everyone and their mothers
and
their mothers' mothers
and their mothers. Yeah. So. Dr. Mike, I just want to say a big thank you for coming on and talking to all of our listeners, and for just, giving us your time and also, educating us on Crocs and why you don't like them. I think it's been a very...
It's because I'm old, okay? It's because
he's not going to drop the Crocs issue, man. Like but I just wanted to...
It will haunt you forever.
It will haunt you forever. It will haunt you
Technically,
forever.
yes.
That is indeed true. Yeah. Is there anything that you wanted to touch with, or like if there's one, or is there anything that you wanted to like end the episode with saying, or if there's something that you would want, like if they can remember one thing from the episode, like is there something you'd want them to remember?
There are far more avenues of support than people give credit for. Whether it's the app or not the app, there are loads of people that have been through your journey, that are one step ahead, that are 100 steps ahead, that's one step behind, 100 steps behind. You will find value in sharing. You will find value in learning. You will find value in your community. And I'm just grateful that I can be a part of it. But there are so many places where you can get that community feel. And without it, it's not a great place to be. So I'm grateful that there are communities like this one out there.
Absolutely. And again, second everything that Taylor said, but I just want to tell you, Dr. Mike, thank you again for coming on the podcast. Thank you for help create Vivi. It's nice and refreshing to find people that are so passionate about what they're doing. And you are one of those people. And we can see it when you talk about Vivi. We can see it when you make videos and all of the stuff that you pour into this. And we're just grateful that we're part of this journey.
I appreciate both of you.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Mike. Well, thank you so much for tuning in with us today and giving us your time. And also thank you to all of the Dose of It listeners for you guys also giving time to listen to us today and continuing to tune into every single episode. Priss, we are about to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. Did you see that, girl?
I know. I literally looked at it this morning. I was like, they're lying to me.
Yeah, we're getting real close, guys. So we, of course, thank you to all the listeners. We are super grateful for all of you guys, and thank you again.
Yes, we love y'all so much. And then before we get off, I just wanted to update everyone listening that me and Taylor, we did win the war. We are going to go see Ariana Grande. So
we are on the same night.
The
guys.
war is over.
War is over. Yeah, and that's the end of the episode, guys. Dr. Mike hates Crocs, and we're seeing Ariana Grande. All right, guys.
And we love rotisseries. Bye, guys.